Do you ever feel overly tired after running or working out in the morning? Or maybe you're a couple weeks into a training block and you're not getting the same out of the workouts that you were. Maybe you're not getting the same split times, or you just feel like it's a little harder than it should be compared to where you were. There's a lot of variables that could be at play, but you might be suffering from a lack of calories or just a lack of nutrition. And I specifically want to focus on lack of, because I wouldn't be surprised if runners are pretty much underfueled. Not in the workout, sure, that could be a problem, but I want to talk about just life in general. If you're running a couple miles in the morning or a 10-mile run, or maybe you're doing some speed work, you could be burning like thousands of calories. I mean, we all know on a long run you're burning like 1,500 to like 4,000 depending on how long you run. So like, yeah, that's crazy, right? And that's going to add up over time. But even if you're just like running a couple miles a couple times a week and you're putting yourself at a deficit, but then still demanding training the next day, then, I mean, yeah, you would be exhausted. I would be exhausted. I would be tired. And I've experienced this plenty. And one of my big focuses on training for this 100-miler that I have coming up in a month or so, like a month and a half, is being fueled enough throughout the day, not just for my workouts. Like, I've gotten really good at eating enough during workouts. I'm talking about just the whole day. And we know the brain requires, calories. We know the body requires calories, and your workouts require fuel, right? So if you're constantly at a lack because of the training, of course you're going to feel a little bit more tired. And so I found a couple things that have been helping me feel more energy throughout the day. And I'm not talking like over caffeinated and I have energy. I'm talking about like I have less of the fade later in the day, because I run in the morning, I work out in the afternoon, like lift weights. And so I'm very familiar with fading after having a harder workout in the morning. And of course, like mentally, you might be a little bit beat if you were doing intervals or some sort of speed work or just a run in general. But I think that the fueling part around training has been not quite a game changer, I would say. Like, yeah, I guess whatever that term means, like, I guess it is nice to not feel as exhausted. That is a game changer. But it's not like changing everything for me. It's just giving me a little bit more. And I think that's all I need as a runner right now, is if I can just get a little bit more from my workouts, or get a little bit more from my days in life. That's enough. I'm not looking to change everything. I'm looking to keep doing the same things that work and find little tweaks and improvements here and there. And fueling more has a lot to do with that. And so I actually have a couple of things that I think can help you if you feel like maybe you're underfueled. And listen, if you're trying to lose weight and you're using running as a way to do that, like, you have to be at a caloric deficit. I'm talking to the people who are just training, not too worried about weight that much, and they just want to make sure they're healthy and that they're able to get the most out of their training and their running. That's what I'm talking about here. So a couple things. One, when I eat more than I probably should, and I get this from the mindset of bulking. I've never really done a full bulk for the gym because I'm more focused on running. But when people have when they call them like hard gainers, like they have a really hard time or their metabolism's too fast, I feel like I'm one of those people. And so what I'll do is I'll get more food than I know I can eat, but I just lock in and I just listen to some music or I watch a video and I just eat as fast as I possibly can. I don't know if that's the best for digestion, right? Like, I know you're supposed to chew your food, but for me, I'm less concerned about my digestion as I am getting enough food to be fueled. And if I'm like I burned like 1,400 calories on yesterday's run. And so imagine I'm not eating enough. Of course, I'm going to feel destroyed. And by the time, one, I'm not going to recover as much. And two, I'm not going to have what I need for the next workout or the next run, right? And so it's important to me to eat a lot. And so I'll just get more than I know I can eat, because I know roughly how much I eat, and I just eat it fast because I'm going to get that food in before my body signals to me that I'm full and it's much harder to eat. So that's one thing. But a couple things I wanted to add on is having some really easy to go to things for calories. And for me, protein is something like a big part of what I focus on. So first off, protein shakes are just great. I know, like, it would be nice to get protein from non-processed shit, or just actual protein sources opposed to protein shakes. But listen, I travel, I'm busy, it's again important to me to have enough food and fuel, so I'm going to do protein shakes. Super easy. That's something you can bring a shaker bottle with you, just have the protein powder in there, pour water when you're ready, right? Like, super simple way to get some extra calories. And then also, overnight oats has been very simple and easy for me, where I do, I scoop like half a cup of oatmeal, half a cup of milk, and then fruit, honey, chia seeds. I mean, you can really do whatever you want. And that is super simple. Takes you probably not 2 minutes to make. And then it's in the fridge and it's right there after my run in the morning. And that saves me time. And it isn't enough protein for me, so either a protein shake with that, or you can make overnight oats with protein powder in it if you just found something that worked for you or something that you liked mixed with all that other stuff. But that is such an easy way to get a lot of calories and a lot of food. It's simple. I'm sure it's healthy. I mean, seems like nothing's healthy these days, but oatmeal, fruit, honey, like, that's some good shit. It tastes great, and I eat it most mornings, and I haven't gotten sick of it yet. So maybe that's one way to get in some calories. I'm really bad at eating breakfast because of how busy I am with running in the morning, getting ready, and going straight to work. And so overnight oats is just a super easy way to get some food in that takes very little time. And then from there, I just, like, when I'm eating, I, eat it fast. Like I said, those are some of the ways I try and get in enough calories. And I probably at some point really do need to track it. I probably need to go through, like, how much am I burning roughly, actively and inactive, and throughout the night, and then tracking how much I eat. Because I don't want to be at a deficit. If anything, I want to be able to build more muscle. And so I'm going to need enough food, and I'm not trying to lose weight. Now, I get people who are using running to lose weight. It might be a little bit different, but again, this is just about having enough fuel and food and calories so that you can do the things and do the workouts that you want to and get the runs in that you want to. So hopefully this gives you a couple of pointers or tips on how to get more food in, or maybe all this does is convince you to eat more, because as a runner, I've had moments where I know I'm not eating enough, and I can feel it in my running and training, and that's just not healthy, and it's also disappointing because then I don't get what I want out of the workout. So hopefully maybe this convinces you to just watch and make sure you're eating enough, and hopefully you get something out of this, like overnight oats. They're bomb, man. I'm not sick of them yet, and I've been eating them for weeks. So maybe you need some overnight oats now. So if you like running fitness content, that's what this channel is about. I'm just trying to help people learn from my mistakes in running and training, and overall just fall in love with the sport more. I have a deep, like, running quite literally saved my life, and it continues to. So if I can say something that helps people enjoy it more, or set a PR, or just fall in love with the sport more, that's enough for me. So I hope I get to see you in another video sometime soon. Peace.